Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? It's a beautiful morning outside. Look, hold up. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Gorgeous. Alright, so basically, usual thing, woke up, had pain. I mean, I talked about everything on my Twitter and on my Facebook, so if you want to know more about the perps, you can look on there. This is just more of amusing. I realised that when I was going through the pain, first of all, I realised that I might as well get used to it because the perps are going to use this at every opportunity they get. They're gonna cause me physical pain at every opportunity they get, and they're gonna cause me emotional pain at every opportunity they get. So this is something that I have to get used to, especially as I get older. And another thing that I realise is that I'm looking at that beautiful view outside, looking at everything that I've worked hard for. Like, I've worked hard to do all on my own, and I realise, like, none of it matters. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm living in a nice flat. It doesn't matter if I'm living with a nice flat with a nice view. None of it matters. None of it matters. If I can't walk because people want to keep their secrets, if I can't walk because, there's a secret among the government that they want to have people murdered, if there's nothing I can do about it, doesn't matter. My neighbours are trying to get me kicked out of here. So basically the torture on my hips and everything else is about, them kicking me out. After everything that I've suffered in the past few days, like, what does it matter anymore? It doesn't matter. There are worse things in life than being... I can't believe I'm saying this. I cannot believe I'm saying this. But there are worse things in life than being homeless. There are worse things in life than having to deal with mental health. I've dealt with mental health. I've been on the street. Maybe not long term, but there are worse things than that. Way worse. And targeted individuals are subjected to that every single day. If the perps who are doing this are next to be rounded up and they're fucked no matter what they do, if the perps are fucked, regardless of whether or not they get me out of the picture, or regardless of whether or not they think they don't have to think about me anymore, like, what difference does it make? Nothing matters. None of it matters. None of it matters, because at the end of the day, the people who are the real criminals, they're going to get away with it because they've put it in place to get away with it. So getting me out of here, like, I used to care. I don't care anymore. I really don't. I do not care. Because at the end of the day, if Brighton Hospital taught me one thing, it's that it doesn't matter where I go or what I do, I'm going to be on my own anyway, and I'm going to have to learn to cope. It doesn't matter what happens to me, I'm going to be on my own, and I'm going to have to learn to cope. So why am I going to stress myself out worrying about what I'm going to lose? I've lost so much already. I will continue to lose so much. Because these gang stalkers, I mean, they have a job to do. They have a job to do. And the thing you can't underestimate is the desperation of stupid people. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to be one of those things where I'm going to be on an upward spiral in terms of my character, but things are going to be on a downward spiral in terms of what I'm going to go through. It doesn't mean that I won't have nice things. It doesn't mean that I won't be happy. It doesn't mean that I won't have pleasant memories of my life. It doesn't mean that. It just means that the torture's never going to stop, so I might as well just get used to it. It's been long overdue. Like, I've known about this for like a decade and a half. And me accepting it, me really accepting it, not just telling myself that, but me just accepting the way the world is has been long overdue. I'd rather just accept it. I'm tired of fighting it. It just doesn't do me any good. Like, every time I fight, I always lose. And don't get me wrong, there's a blessing in it. There's a blessing in losing, because every time I don't get what I want, I always get better than what I asked for. So there's a blessing in losing. There's a blessing in humility. There's a blessing in everything. But in terms of getting me out of here, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they want me out of here. It doesn't matter if they succeed in getting me out of here. None of it matters. It just doesn't matter anymore. There's only so much value you can hold in material things when your health isn't on point. What's the point in having all this shit if your health ain't on point? What's the point in having any of what you have when it's built on the blood money of your own murder? Like, somebody explain to me, what's the point in any of this? And before anybody says it, there's no point in suicide either. There's no point in that either. There's no point in killing yourself. There's no point in trying to end your own life either. There's just no point in that either. There's no point in any of it. You just have to learn to cope, get through it. And like I said before, every obstacle is porous. It's never as solid as you think it is. That's the first thing you have to learn. Like, no obstacle is as you know, every obstacle is more porous than you think it is. It's never as solid as you think it is. It's just that they come at us so quickly. The obstacles come at us so quickly that we think they're solid, because they're focused. They're focused. They're fast and they're direct, and that's why we think they're solid. But they're not solid. They've got holes in it. And one of these days, when you accept the world the way it is, you're going to find a way through those holes, and you're going to find a way to live a rewarding life. You're going to find a way to live a rewarding life, no matter what this gang stalking bollocks throws at you. Hold on. You're going to find a way. You're going to find a way. We always do. TIs always find a way. That's why the brutality against us is so strong, because we always find a way. And it's not about what we deserve. Let's get that straight right now. It's not about what we deserve. Okay? It's not about what we deserve. It's about what our torturers delude themselves into believing. That's what it's about. And it's about desire. It's not about deserve. This world is not built on deserve. This world is built on what we want to experience, what we expect to experience. It's not about what we deserve. That's something that we have to accept and we have to get used to. If these people want me out, fine. I don't, like, it doesn't bother me. I'm looking around at this flat right now and I'm thinking like that they really think that me incriminating myself is going to make me want to hang on to this. Like, I don't want to hang on to this. I don't care. If they wanna get somebody thrown out and call that a victory, that's up to them. I don't give a shit. Because it doesn't matter. None of it matters. The same people torturing me are the same people who are going to end up on the chopping block once they're done with us. And the only people that could possibly be prosecuted with crimes like this, they're the ones who are making the laws, and they're the ones who are covering the crimes up. They're not going to solve their own fucking crimes. They're not about to solve their own crimes. So what I don't understand why. It's just all these petty things. Oh, is she shouting? Like, Oh, are they shouting? Are they doing this? Are they doing this? It just makes me realize how meaningless it all is. Even my suicide attempts, meaningless. Absolutely meaningless. It's absolutely meaningless, all of it. You can still live a happy life no matter what. That's why none of it matters. You can still live a happy life. You can still live a rewarding life. That's why none of this matters. It's not that hold on. It's not that it doesn't matter because life is a ball of shit. That's not why it doesn't matter. That's not why the torture doesn't matter. The torture doesn't matter because you can still find happiness even in the darkest times. That's why it doesn't matter. That's why it doesn't matter. It's not because life is pointless. It's because, it's because life does have a point. You find happiness and you share that happiness with others. Life does have a point. That's why the torture doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me anyway. The torture I'm going through, it doesn't matter to me. I don't want to downplay it for other victims. But the torture I'm going through doesn't matter to me anymore. Them trying to get me out of here doesn't matter to me anymore. Like people trying to play pass the parcel with my fucking living situation. It doesn't matter to me. When you go through shit like I've gone through in the last few days, you just don't care anymore. And all you can think about is squeezing a last bit of joy that you can out of the situation that you're in. This is one of the I go through a myriad of feelings when it comes to my mother and when it comes to my mother's side of the family. But this is where I absolutely love them and adore them with my whole heart. Why? Because they taught me that when life gets you down or when life throws all kinds of obstacles at you, you still find the joy in life. That's one of the most fundamental things I learned from my mother, and I am so thankful that I learned that. Nothing else matters. Doesn't matter, man. Be happy now. Be happy now. Anyway, I got to do tarot readings today. Hold up. I might take my painkillers. I might. Let me just show you. I've got to do me dailies. I don't know if I'm going to do my lunar readings at some point. I want to do it when my back gets better, but then I have to think about what's going to happen when my back doesn't get better. Ironically, if it doesn't get better, if the torturers keep torturing my back, then it might leave me bedbound, and ironically that might actually leave me with more time to do readings, and it might leave me with more time to get a live out to you all. But we have to see with the living situation and stuff like that. I'm sure it'll work itself out. It always does. So I'm thinking, because the thing is, they're not going to stop torturing me until they get, some sort of incriminating yell or scream or something. So I'm thinking they're not going to stop torturing me. So if they don't stop torturing me, I may be able to do more readings, actually. Because I'm bedbound. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm just thinking. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Take care, you guys. I love you so much, my fellow TIs. I love you so much. You have no idea. You guys are amazing. You're the best. I love you. Bye. Mwah. Oh, yeah. And if you support me, check out Real Justice Tarot, man. What the hell are you doing over there? Check out Real Justice Tarot. That's what I did the readings for. I did the readings for you guys. Why are you not over there? For shame. I love you guys. Take care.